We're standing here in Warsaw, Poland, at the famous monument for the ghetto fighters, the Warsaw ghetto fighters, but we're standing on the opposite side of the famous part, because what we have here, on the other side, is the part with the fighters, but here we have the part with expulsion. And if you take a look, this is depiction of the Jews being forced out of Jerusalem. Tisha B'Av 70, almost 2,000 years ago. But if you take a look at the very far right-hand part, the back pushing them out are German Nazis. Which started on Tisha B'Av, unfortunately had a continuity all the way through the Shoah. And so we now have the Kina written by Rabbi Shimon Schwab, a rabbi who was born in Germany, 1908, Frankfurt am Main, who studied in many of the Eastern European yeshivot, like Telz and Mir, studied even with the Chafetz Chaim of Radin. And because he was in Germany, he saw already by the early 30s he couldn't stay, fled in 1936, first to be in Baltimore, later then in New York. And in 1959, Rabbi Schwab was approached by the late Rav Breuer, the famous Rav Breuer of the German Jewish community of Washington Heights, to write a Kina, to write an elegy for the Shoah. So I'll read the first stanza of this very moving Kina. Hazocher maskirav dor kodoshav ume'et asher az bachartanu yizkor deira onshel dor acharon oya mehayalanu. He who remembers those who remember him, each generation its holy ones, since the time you have chosen us. May he remember the gruesome fate of the last generation. And then the last stanza, El chai merachim adat chanachem, asher lacham od nichsefet, or chadash tazriach, kanei hod tatzmiach, baruch Elohim merachefet. O living God, merciful one, comfort your congregation that yearns for you so mightily. Let new light shine, let rays of glory grow, and may God's Spirit hover. The last several years, we, the living Jewish community of Warsaw, Poland, and we are here, and we live in the shadow, but we live. We come here on Tisha B'Av night, and we sit here after reading Eicha the first time in our synagogue, the Noshik synagogue. We come here and we read at Tisha B'Av night a second time the book of Eicha, because the way that we fight for the future is by never forgetting the past.